All right, we are going to let everybody out in the big pasture. And when I say everybody, I mean everybody. Hello, my boy. You're just a good boy. Yes. All right. Come on, everybody. And this tall grass is full of ticks, which we discovered on Daisy, which sucks, literally. First time we've ever found ticks on our sheep. So Elise and I have lots of permethrin on our clothes and bug stuff on us. Hello, Cupcake. And we're going to get everybody to come down here. Come on, babies. Oh, my goodness. Oh, here we go. Yes, look at, hi. What are you doing? You going to go out and graze? Oh, my goodness. It's the Fellowsheep. Oh, Daisy. And Daisy. Sorry, Daisy. But Ruby's not beating up the babies. Oh, my gosh.
Hi, Daisy.
Are you going to come graze? She says, this morning, Mommy locked me out. I don't know if I trust her. Oh, goodness, this is so exciting. Wow, this makes me really happy. She's totally ignoring them. This is amazing. Hi! Okay, I think that I will go ahead and do introductions. Okay. And that way we can count this as a vlog episode as I'm sitting here chatting about it being a vlog episode. All right, so we're going to call this episode 1, Introductions of the Fellowsheep. So I'll just go around from sheep to sheep and tell you who they are and tell you a little bit about them. This guy right here is Garnet, and he is 3. I think he's a 3-year-old Finn sheep. And he's been weathered, which means he was a ram, but when he was a baby, he was castrated. So weathers are awesome sheep to have in a flock because all they do is produce beautiful wool. They don't have the same kind of hormonal temperaments that the ewes can have. And of course, they're not full of testosterone like rams. So they're just wonderful fiber pets. And Garnet is very much a sweet boy. We love him. And they're all going to run away from me, of course, as I'm talking. But here, wagging her little tail, is Ruby. And Ruby is a 5-year-old Finn sheep. She is Garnet's mommy. So they were both supposed to be purebred Finn sheep. They look quite a bit different, but in looking at different websites and watching different Finn farms, I've seen examples of Finns that look a lot like Ruby with the black and white face, and I've seen them look a lot like Garnet with his different coloring. So we have no reason to, think that they're not really purebred, but we don't have papers on them, and it doesn't really matter because we have them for fiber and not to breed and sell lambs. So that's Ruby right there. And then Garnet is her son, okay? This one here is my beloved Panda Bear. Panda Bear is 3/4 Icelandic and 1/4 Rambouillet Columbia cross. So all that means is that she is primarily Icelandic. She doesn't, I don't know, I think she looks like an Icelandic more so than her brother Mikey did. She and all of them, not all of them, but she and Mikey and Black Velvet, their half-sister, all have that dual coated wool like Icelandics do. So anyway, babbling here, long story short, she is primarily Icelandic, and her fleece definitely shows that. She is 10 years old, and she's got some arthritis in her front legs, so she's my elderly sheep. She's my oldest sheep. And we lost her brother Mikey last year, which was really tough. But she made it, and she's doing really good now that the warm weather is here. So we love her, even though she's grumpy. thing with her is she is very grumpy, and the only time she wants to be petted is if she doesn't feel good. So I actually like it when she's grumpy, because then I know she's feeling good. All right, let's see. This little black one here is one of our newer additions. This is Rosie Cotton. And Rosie is 1 year old, and she is a purebred Icelandic. And she is just sweet. I mean, she is just a nice, gentle, sweet little sheep. And you can see that she has horns. With Icelandics, they can be horned or polled, which means they don't have horns. And it has nothing to do with gender. It has to do with their genetics. So she ended up with horns, and she's a beautiful girl. And this large girl here is Daisy. Daisy is a 6-year-old Hampshire Suffolk cross. She looks mainly like a Hampshire. When you see her on her face, I'm hoping I can get ahead of her. They keep turning. See, Daisy's got the white on top of her forehead, which grows out into like this big woolly top knot over the year. That shows that she's a Hampshire, and she's also quite large. She's a big girl. Thank you for showing us your backside, Daisy. She gets that size from the Hampshire genes because they are quite big. They're meat sheep usually, but she produces really nice springy wool. And then her daughter is Cupcake, and Cupcake looks more like the Suffolk part. When Cupcake was produced, Daisy was bred to a purebred Suffolk ram. And so even though Cupcake's got the size of a Hampshire like her mom, she ended up with the Suffolk face, the all-black face. There's like a little tiny bit of the start of a knot, top knot on her forehead, but nothing at all like her mom. She's got mainly the all-black face like the Suffolks. And she is 2 years old. Okay, I'm going to walk down the hill now and introduce you to everybody else. I think it's just the last 3. No, Panda Bear, I don't have any food. Oh, don't run from Mommy. I'm still kind of in shock over Ruby not freaking out. See, this was what I wanted to do, is after shearing, put the 3 babies in with the big sheep, and I said, oh, it'll work out perfectly because they'll be so distracted by grazing that Ruby won't beat up on them. Well, the few times we've tried them in the yard, Ruby loses her dang mind and tries to kill the babies. Probably killing is kind of a harsh word. She wants to chase them until everybody's panting and out of breath, and she looks like she's going to pass out from the effort. So I didn't think this was going to work today, but it has. I am really pleased. They truly are distracted by all the grazing they want to do. Okay, so the last 3 sheep. This little brown guy in front of me is Radagast the Brown. And he is a full-blooded sibling to Rosie Cotton. They were part of a set of triplets. They had another brother who ended up going to live on a farm somewhere as a ram. In fact, their brother looked exactly like Rosie, all black and with horns. But little Radagast here was the runt of the triplets. And when I saw him, Lee made the comment, they came from my friend Lee's place. Garnet, it's okay. Garnet's running up the hill. I know. She made the comment that this little guy would make a great weathered fiber pet, and I said, oh, really? And he was laying in his mommy's grain pan because he was so tiny. So I instantly fell in love, and thus we have Radagast the Brown. And he, again, like Garnet, is a castrated, weathered little boy. And over here, this pretty girl looking at me. Hi, Rohan. Yes, you. That is Rohan, and she is also purebred Icelandic, like Rosie and Radagast, but she is their half-sister. She has a different mom, but they all have the same dad. Their dad's name is Einar, and he looks exactly like Rohan, except without horns. And he is a sweet, sweet, sweet boy. For a ram, he is just so good-natured and gentle. And Rohan is a beauty, just like her daddy. And she's just got her own sweet, quirky personality. We love her, and she's a year old like the other two. She's the youngest of the flock, though. She was born April 4th last year. And the other ones were born March 22nd, I think. Pretty sure that's the case. All right, and last but not least, moving over here behind Cupcake, is Black Velvet. And she is right there. I'll try to get around the other side. She is 10 years old. She's my other elderly lady. She is a half-sister to Panda Bear, who's up here on the hill behind Radagast. Black Velvet is... Okay, so she's a half-sister of Panda Bear. She is 7/8 Icelandic and only 1/8. Oh, that was attractive as heck there, Cupcake. Thank you. I don't even know how to continue now. Okay, so that's part of having sheep, is they pee anywhere and everywhere. Says I'm awful proud of myself now. Okay, so Black Velvet is 7/8 Icelandic and 1/8 Columbia Rambouillet, because they had different moms. Her mom had more Icelandic than Panda Bear and Mikey's mom. And what's been really interesting in this whole learning process about sheep and the breeds is that Black Velvet displays a lot more Icelandic characteristics in her fleece. And when Mikey and Panda Bear got sick last year, she was exposed to the same level of copper that they were that made them sick, but it had no effect on her. So Icelandics need more copper, which is why I thought they were okay with what they were given, and I was tragically wrong. But let's see how to explain this. What we learned through all that is that either it was that she's just incredibly tough, or that little bit of extra Icelandic in her genetics protected her from the levels of copper that she got, because they do need a little bit more than other breeds. Anyway, again, long story short, she just displays more Icelandic than Panda Bear and Mikey. So she is a gentle, gentle girl. I call her Lady Elegant Sheep because she's just such a sweetheart. And I call Panda Bear Dowager Countess #1. They're just our elderly girls, and hope we have them for several more years. And I think of all of them so far, Black Velvet has the most popular fleece. Right now she's looking a little ragged. You know, they got sheared a few weeks ago, and she's in the process of starting to grow out her new fall clip. But she will be full and fluffy and gorgeous by October when they're sheared again. So that is the Fellowsheep of the Fleece. Yes, I am a Tolkien nerd. And when we got the 3 babies last year, it was during the 80th anniversary year of the publication of The Hobbit, so they all had to have Tolkien names. And then I thought of the Fellowsheep of the Fleece, and I giggled a lot over that. And I just love Radagast. I love him all. I mean, he's such a goofy little boy. So that's everybody, and I am so pleased about this grazing and no fighting. I don't quite know what to do with myself except just watch and enjoy and take pictures. So I hope you enjoyed this quickie video about each of the sheep. They are all so unique. Their personalities are different. Their voices are different. They just are miraculous little critters. In future vlogs, I'd like to talk about each one individually, and then also just share information about sheep in general and sheep care. also give you some book recommendations, because if you have any interest in sheep, like the history of them, there are two really amazing books out there just about the domestication of them and how they changed the world and how wool changed the world. So I will do some of that for future episodes, and I gave my lovely videographer a break today. Today's her day off, so I didn't make her film me today. She's going to walk around and enjoy the sheep too. That's my daughter Elise, and she's awesome, and I love her. So we're going to go ahead and turn this off here, and I hope you enjoyed this quick episode. Hi, Panda Bear, don't get mad at me. She will duck her head and run at me if she gets pissed. So, sorry, if she gets mad, I shouldn't swear. I don't know, is pissed swearing? I don't know. I guess it depends on who you talk to. Well, I will try to refrain from having any sort of a potty mouth at all in these episodes. And hopefully you'll never witness Panda Bear getting very, very angry at me and charging me. She usually does it when I run out of treats. So, there you go. And believe it or not, she's one of my favorites. I love her to bits. Her personality, her determination. When I do a separate episode based about her, I'll tell you about when she got sick and just what happened and how strong she was. It was something to witness. And the vets at the hospital where we took her, they still talk about her. They still are just so amazed at how strong she was. So anyway, loving my sheep. Thank you for watching and listening, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.